Now, I remember a few months ago, I'm gonna just give you some brush up information. I'm gonna start from the top. And the reason why I'm gonna start from the top is because I want to understand or for break down the story. Yeah, because whatever I point out today will open your eyes about certain things, and you will leave with a different understanding as far as what's going on. You understand? And I hope it gives you an insight into how evil people can become or get for the love of money. Greed. The love of money triggers envy / jealousy, aka bad mind, whatever you want to call it, but it triggers that. But I remember, I'm gonna ask you guys something. Remember when Pansmouth they got on Jamaica, and Pansmouth went down to Jamaica and asked Donna, you know, him and her became good friends in Jamaica. Remember, they were friends, they became friends. And this video is not about bashing Donna. Some things just kind of came to light to me. You remember, somebody tell me, I don't want to be wrong and I don't want to accuse anybody falsely, so tell me what happened when Pansmouth went to Jamaica. I wasn't following up the whole thing, but I remember at one point Pansmouth went to Jamaica and he was all up in Adana. Somebody give me a little rundown as to what happened after he left Jamaica with the computer saga. Somebody give me some information. Just give me a quick rundown of what happened after he came back. I don't know if they're friends still. I could care less, but I want to know, kind of give me a brush up as to what happened with that. Somebody give me a quick brush up if you don't remember. Anybody who was following that drama, want to give me a big brush up. Before she got extremely close with him, as far as him going down there to visit, I remember he had sent a couple of customers. You remember when him just attack and oh look, Dirty Tina Chin, like he was just calling me over his page in his indirect ways, and I ignored him. And I kept pointing certain things out to you guys, but you guys somehow don't never care. We're not a business, because some people just support people anyways. Them not business. Them have this unconditional love for a person regardless of what the person did, because I was the lesser of everybody else. This gentleman, I remember back in January, this gentleman sent somebody with an order. I noticed something was wrong, because the way all the person I text my business phone, this person didn't strike me as a true customer. This person was just giving too much information about themselves. Either way, I keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna process the order. And because I felt funny about this customer, I told the customer, I treated this customer a little bit differently. How differently? I told the customer to meet me outside of my business place. I sat in my car and I faced my car towards the road, right? The person was very anxious. Where there? Tell the person I'm there. The person didn't know what type of car I was driving. They just knew the address of the place that we were coming. They were coming. Me being off the streets, I know over case out somebody before them even approach me. I sit down in my car and I can say, oh, that are you? Okay, come around, I see you, man. Come around, I see you. And the person come around and all of these things. But the person didn't realize that me see them I take picture at my business place. Because she didn't know what kind of car I drive, my blindside her. When I pull up on her, she never know say me, because she never know what kind of car me I drive. So in other words, me see her before she see me. You understand? But you know, when you see somebody I do something, you say, what the fuck? You know? You're like, what the hell are you taking picture? You know? And my assistant is sitting on the passenger seat. So my assistant is like, what the fuck? But we never really did think much of it. You know, like, what the fuck? We just thought it was kind of strange. And I push on my head and I say, hello. And in between her taking the pictures, I interrupted her. This is going to be a long video. I'm sorry. I interrupted her taking the pictures. and Mahana are our pudding pods. She ordered an order of everything that I sold. She ordered pudding pods, she ordered a cake, she ordered rum cupcakes, right? Pudding pods, a cake, and rum cupcakes. One product of everything. My kindness failed me that day because I ended up giving her some extra cupcakes that I had. So if she ordered a dozen cupcakes, she ended up getting 3 dozen because I had an extra 2 dozen in my car. So instead of me going home with that dozen and not shipping it, I gave it to her. Just being the nice person. I was on live here with you guys that day when I did that. You remember when I was on my live? I was on live. I gave it to her. I said, oh, here. But before I gave her that extra 2 dozen, me did already pull off, give her fear order and pull off. When I pulled off first, not realizing that the woman here follow me. The woman a trail me. I never realized that the woman a trail me. By the time he pull up the block, I met the left of the light. When me looking at my rear view, it's her. So me just, you know, I swear to God, me nah put 2 and 2 together still. So I pull up everything. I pull up and I pull over. She never expect me to pull over to the side. But I pull over to the side and jump out of my car. So when she say I pull over to the side, she pull over too. And I jump out of my car. But when I jump out of the car, I was thinking, okay, let me give her this dozen. I wasn't thinking anything evil. I was just saying, let me give her the dozen. And that's when I ended up giving her the 2 dozen. But as me I drive, me I said, me I start put it all in my head. Me I said, why was she following me? Why was she, you know? But I just thought she was probably weird. Nothing serious. It wasn't until I was on my live when Pantsmouth pop him head in and make me know say him send the customer to me. No, at the time, I thought I said, oh, that's nice of you. Wow, you sent a customer to me? That's nice. You understand? That's nice. You sent a customer to me? Oh, that's nice. So why wouldn't you give me a heads up that you send a customer to me? Why you never give me a heads up that you send a customer? You know, like if me's another so-called baker, you're a baker, you say. You claim say you're a baker, and you send a customer to me with such a large order. I would give you a heads up and say, yo, Pantsmouth, you know me I send you an order, she call you. So and so call you. Yeah, I mean that and I would give you a heads up from in advance. I didn't get a heads up. Alright. Fast forward, we figure out that this customer was a fraudulent, was a customer sent by him. And whosoever this customer was, they weren't sent with good intentions. And I found that out, and that's what triggered everything. This individual then planned to befriend Donna even more. Donna being gullible and loving foreign people, we know how she's gullible, we know our weaknesses. She now took him in. Initially, Pantsmouth had come to me and said to me, say, yo, nobody nah accept him. I want you to remember this statement that I'm going to tell you right now. This is how Pantsmouth worked his way into my circle. Pantsmouth come to me and say, oh, you know, I am gay and blah blah blah, and nobody will accept me because I'm gay. These Jamaican people won't accept me because I'm gay. They won't buy any cakes for me because I'm gay, you know, and I want you to try to help me, to let them see that I am an okay person. This is what he told me. This is what he used to pretty much rest on my heart. You understand? To gain empathy. He used his situation or his lifestyle to pretty much make me feel sorry for him. And I'm going to tell you something. Granted, at the time, Donna was pissing me off. Donna was saying some shit in her live about me. And anybody who is hurt, they'll say shit. You understand? Because she was saying shit publicly. And there was no way I could defend myself because she had a massive amount of blind followers who were listening to every word that she was saying. So at the end of the day, when I knew him, he was talking shit about Donna. He was talking shit about her, and me like an idiot say, yeah man, I gotta figure out a way how to done this woman, because she a come and done me upon her live. So me I gotta try push up my business for cut her off. I'm sure you saw that screenshot. You know that screenshot where him love the voice note or the shit where him put up where him claim say him have about me. Let me explain that to you. When him come to me and I talk about Dana, at the time when him a come to me and I talk about Dana did dip on her live, show her word and a dash her word for me about flowers, cake, butter pop pudding. So granted, yeah, I entertained his conversation. Yeah, I did entertain his conversation. You understand me? Me entertain her conversation, I should say. Me entertain Pants Mount conversation, because him come to me and chat Dana to me. So of course, me entertain him conversation. I'ma say, yeah man, this woman I try, you know, tear down my business. Me have to figure out a way for try outsell her or whatever. This woman is wicked. Why would you want to be talking shit about me? So yes, that's where the voice note came from. You understand? Okay, boom. Fast forward now, him start talk about 40 days and 40 nights, and him start cuss me off and go on out of the blue. Just a cuss me off, and I don't know where it come from. Him just pick up himself and I cuss me off out of the blue. And I say, I want me do this, man. May I tell the story again, because it'll lead up to something. May I go on a synopsis? Give me a second. Me say, I want me do this, man. Oh, this man just pick up out of the blue and I cuss me off, so I'm not doing nothing. Me and him not have no argument. This man used to dip on my page, I worship the ground when I walk pan. This man used to there praise me, then out of the blue, him just pick up himself and I cuss me, so what the hell? What me do him? My smart Felix. Yeah, man. And me I say, at 4:31 morning, me sit down in my bed, you know, me lay down in my bed, you know, in a pain, you know. And I realize, say, him a done me upon him live. People are send me messages and I say, where you do that boy? I say, what? Me not do him nothing. Shocked out of my shit. 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. Me shock. Shock. This man just get up. Remember them 5 hours I had? Him just get up out of the blue and just start cuss me like that. Never realize, say, it's his way of using me to build his numbers. Him figure say, if him tell Dana what me say, of course Dana gonna rope me more for bringing me in pan fear following. Because remember, you know, if you go back years, as much as Pants Mount love talk about, oh, I've been on social media for years. Go back and look on him video then. He was only getting about 20 some odd views, 20 some odd likes on his videos. Oh yes, he was on social media, but he wasn't really, nobody never really did that take to him because of his lifestyle, I'm assuming. And remember how some Jamaicans are pretty much what you call it and that. Yeah, you understand me? So him never did really have no views some years back, as much as he was. I've been on social media. So this is why he came to me. And when me figure out what he was trying to do, like me figure out, say, I try build himself, me drop him. So by me dropping him now, that's why him take to social media and start cuss off everybody. Cuss me off. Me never tell nobody say me drop him. Me just drop him privately, quietly me block him, and just move on with my life. And that pissed him off even more. So him take to social media and start cuss me off out of the blue and start show the voice notes them when me and him did a, you know, me I talk to him about Dana and all them something there. You understand? Because Dana did a cuss me off pan fear live. She did a dash her word pan me. So me now, having nobody to turn to, this man who seemed like he was a professional, he portrayed himself like he was a professional. I am not thinking that this man would download the voice note of me and him talking only to play it on his live. But he had a plan all along. I'm just giving you an insight into his dark, evil side. Okay? That's when he started. Oh, 40 days and 40 nights. Dirty bitch, wretch, prison bud. He went on like that for months. Remember. Just remember. Him get Dana friend him for call. Him get some people for call him on him live for tear down my business. Yeah? Him get some people for call him live one day and tear down my business so that him can get views. Remember now, this is his way of trying to move into the New York market, because it's all about greed, it's all about money. Him didn't want exposure to my customers, and him didn't want exposure to my following. So of course, the best way to do it, since he couldn't get in and be friends with me, he decided to do it the nasty way, which is tearing me down, because him did want exposure to the New York market, and him did want exposure to the followers. Because remember, like I said a few years ago, him never have a following. Him never have no following. Him did doing videos then, but nobody never did really take on to him. Remember, you remember, okay? So now that I cut him off, guess who he went to next? Donna. Because Donna had or have some of the big following now on social media. What he said to Donna, I don't know, because they're friends. Yeah, they're friends. I don't know what they said. They talked about me too. I don't know what he said. Remember how quickly him fling him friend under the bus, him good friend at Jamaica. And then all of a sudden, him just get up and praise Donna. So that praise was not realistic. That praise was not real. That praise was too fabricated per se. Like, oh, it's Donna. Donna is all God's. What? Donna is my friend. Donna, I'm a friend. What you talk about? Donna this and that. That was just too sudden. Too sudden for somebody where you, oh, Donna this, Donna that, and what you think? Want to think Planketarians? That was his way of attracting Donna's followers to his page. He wanted to make it seem like he worshipped the ground that Donna walked on, which is why he came out with this royal group of how many thousands. Now Donna idiot follower them who are so gullible, they ran to him. Because remember now, he wanted that following. Him want that following. Him didn't want the following, because remember before nobody never did use the fart on him. So now him a try build up him following. This man who said he has his purse. You understand? Him want the following. So him go to Donna, him have to work him good ways into Donna's pockets or into Donna's following in order for them to see him as this Donna worshipper. Oh, Donna this, Donna that. Too fake. He was too fake with it. Because enough of we have good friends and we don't even praise with good friends like that. But he was coming out praising the ground that she walked on every day. Oh, Donna, because he was trying to get her following. I am just pointing shit out to you. Alright. Granted, me and Donna had our issues. I made no secret about that. It was no secret. So she go up on her page and done me. So me come on my page and done her. So me go up on my page and done her. I am not without accusation. Yes, I did done her. So did she. You understand? However, I think he was the main character behind a lot of things sneakingly. He was the main character. And it worked in his favor. It worked in his favor because as soon as he worked his way into Donna's life, she started sharing his information over to her page. And of course, he got the following from that. You know, maybe she is a kind person, because I will say, when I first met Donna, Donna was kind to me. I will say that. What transpired since, or who said what to her, I don't know. But it took a turn. It took a turn and it went bad. So I came out swinging. Who was behind it? She's probably too ashamed to even admit it. She won't say nothing. But something happened that I don't know about, and only she knows. Because she and the person who came to her, the people who came to her, she and them are guilty of it. But she's not going to come out and fess up to it and say, she's going to say, nobody not tell me nothing. That's what she's going to say. Of course, nobody's going to come and expose people. You know, they're not going to say, oh, well, that's somebody that tell me this. No, she's not going to say that. But that's fine. We already voiced our opinions about each other. All right. Know that she get the following. She got the following from Donna. She got the following. He got the following from Donna. Right? He got the following from Donna. So him a go on good now. Him a go on good. Him depend him high horse because him a get the following from Donna now. Yeah? Because all of Donna idiot gullible followers them now find them way over Fiend page. So he's behaving like he's this flamboyant, rich, homosexual. Oh, look at me, I got my money. I don't need to do this. I don't need to do that. I got my money. Then him pick up charity out of the blue. In between him picking up charity, him a cuss off the people there. You understand? That's his way of working in with Donna. I'm just breaking things down for you. Him pick up charity out of the blue because him a working way in with Donna followers them. You understand? Let me drink some coffee. He got to a point where he built up himself. Oh, Dolly. Marlene, I didn't make that telephone call. Which part of... Are you stupid? Marlene, I didn't make that telephone call. I thought you are one of the idiots who really still believe that I called Donna. Marlene, you made that statement just now. Are you one of the idiots who... Listen to how distinct my voice is. My voice can't hide. I'm in a supermarket talking to somebody and a follower of mine hear my voice and say, Tina, that? Are you dumb? Are you one of the idiots who still believe that that was me who called her? Oh my God. Like, why would you... So why would you accuse me of calling her for Dolly? If you're not an idiot. You are an idiot because you're accusing me of calling her for Donna, for Dolly, or whosoever that person is. My voice cannot hide. Listen to my voice. Now go and put it with the voice that you heard on Donna's live. Am I the only one who speaks standard English? I am not the only Jamaican woman who speaks standard English. So why would I call Donna's live? Oh no, you're dumb. You're really dumb. You're a dumb bitch. Anyways, fast forward. That do not hire fools. Okay, we're gonna block Marlene. She's not supposed to be on this live. Let's block her. Let's block her. She's not allowed on this live. Okay, let's block Marlene. We're gonna block Marlene so we can go on. Oh my God, did I block Izzy? Oh my God, what happened? Izzy, did I block you? Oh my God, Izzy, I'm sorry. I don't mean to block you. Izzy, I'm sorry. I was blocking Marlene and I accidentally blocked you, Izzy. I'm sorry. The scrolling, I'm sorry. If I blocked you, Izzy, I am sorry about that, baby love. TinaChinCakes.com, log on and go and get your stuff. There's my Cash App. I would appreciate some change. Come on. Izzy, I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to block you there. Okay? I didn't mean to block you. Alright, here we are. Okay, so after the fallout and stuff, and him there they cuss me, I call me prison bud and stuff, my page was just getting reported every time. My page here, this particular page that I'm speaking to you on, it was constantly getting reported. Constantly getting reported. So me I say, oh, I report my page every minute. This was during me and Pansmouth situation. You understand? I realize my page I get reported every minute. So I said, no man. Then all of a sudden I know Facebook blocked me. Did I get ads in my page, which I never really pay attention to. I never really pay attention to it. Because I'm on Facebook so long, I not even pay attention to the ads them. But I watch a video one day, I'm say, what is? Oh, me have ads. Oh shit, me have ads. But me not even think deep into no monetary thing. But just realize I have ads. I'm just then one day, I get up in the morning and my page shut down. Yes, I do. TinaChinCakes@gmail.com. TinaChinCakes@gmail.com is my Zelle. All right, the name of my business, TinaChinCakes@gmail.com. All right, that's my Zelle if you guys prefer Zelle. All right. So I notice my business page I get reported every minute. This is after I take one myself from Pansmouth, you know, because him just start take set for me. But that's a track record of what he's doing. I notice the page I get reported, then all of a sudden the death threats them I come, or am I gonna make people do me things in New York? I know him threatening me for Donna. He was going very hard for Donna. It was kind of weird. For somebody you just met Donna, you just go so hard for Donna. That's weird. You know why it's weird? Because it was fake. You understand? Anyways, in report my page until when I look on it, people now can't find my page. I lose my following. My views them gone down. Notice how Pansmouth constantly I talk about, oh, my page daddy and Asta and Kofat. That was his doing. Him and his workers doing. In that royal link up, whatever stupid group him have. That was his doing. Notice how he's always boasting about what him can do on Facebook from what him cannot do on Facebook. It's his doing. Remember when he flew down to visit Donna and there was this mix-up about her monetizing or something like that? What happened with that? Some computer issue where him go down there go use our computer. You remember that? This was the other day, like a couple of months ago, when he went down there and was on her computer, and then out of the blue there was some mix-up, and then in come on Fame Live and say, but make sure you use our computer. Don't listen, don't listen. Him say, but make sure you use our computer under the camera, because Donna have all up a camera in our house, so make sure you use the computer under our camera so that just in case anything happen. No, bitch. No. No. No, no, no. Your crime is premeditated. It was premeditated. Somebody who's doing something on impulse will not pay attention to such small details like cameras. We're just going to do what we're going to do. We're not going to pay attention to the cameras all over the place if it's on impulse. However, because what you went there to do was premeditated, you made sure you paid attention to small details. Small details such as the camera over our laptop. You understand me? If me I go to somebody else, if me I go somebody else go do regular stuff, me not pay attention to camera. It not go bother me, because I know some not go there go do nothing bad. But if me I go somebody else go do something that's not right in their eyes, I am going to pay attention to details, such as in her case, she has cameras in her house. He doesn't like Donna, but Donna is a very gullible person, and that could be for many. We don't know. I'm not here to attack what she lacks. I am just here to point out something. But he said some very important things that stood out like a sore thumb to let me know that he didn't have good intentions from the jump. All right, so he went down there. Whatever happened between both of them, whatever. Me don't know, me never did a follow it up, but just hear him talk about him, the cameras and stuff like that. I mean, I said to myself, say, why? Who pays attention to camera? Who pays attention to cameras? Right? Who pay attention to camera? I go somewhere, go do something. You're not pay. If you go in there to do something right, you're not pay attention to camera, because you're not nothing for I do. All right. So I want to ask this question before I go any further. Can Donna get stars? Can Donna get stars? I don't know if she can get stars. I haven't been on her page lately. I have been on Mr. Handsome's page, and I've also been on Mr. Vegas's page, and I've also been on Pansmouth's page. I want to know if Donna can get stars on her page. She has a large following. Can she get stars on her page? Is she getting stars on her page? Is she getting stars? I notice I don't see that on her page. Why is it that she cannot get stars on her page? Why? Why can't she get stars on her page? No, I'm going to leave that question there. How was Mr. Handsome's page set up? How was Mr. Handsome's page set up? Mr. Handsome is in Jamaica. How was his page set up? If Flawless was handling Mr. Handsome's page and Mr. Handsome's page was set up in Jamaica, how is it that Mr. Handsome can get stars and Donna cannot get stars? I think his page was set up by Flawless in New York. Okay, that could make some sense. All right, let's skip over Donna for a second. How did Flawless know Pansmouth? How did Flawless know Pansmouth? How did Flawless know Pansmouth? How did Flawless get to know Pansmouth? Did Pansmouth reach out to Flawless, or did Flawless reach out to Pansmouth? How did you notice when the story with Mr. Handsome bust out a few days ago? You remember when the story with Mr. Handsome bust out a few days ago? You notice how Pansmouth take a few days to answer or chime in? You remember, normally Pansmouth depend everybody like white pan rice. Pansmouth decide to comment on Mr. Handsome situation right after, like a couple of days after. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Donna Lewis. Who gives a fuck? And I mean that with every F-U-C-K. Who gives a fuck? What is he gonna do? Go in his video? What is he gonna do? Send somebody to come and kill me? What is he gonna do? Send one of his goons from the Bronx to come and hurt me? Like what he told people on his live and then deleted the live? Tell people, say, I'm gonna come kill me. I'm gonna come do things. I'm gonna send somebody for do my things. You forget? Neffy, fuck off. And I meant that with every fucks. You motherfucking hypocritical bitches on here. When this nasty little fuck was on his live tearing down my business with his other nasty little bitches, None of you cried Cree. None of you told him to stop. When he was on his live slandering my business, none of you told him to stop. When he was on his live busy boxing food out of my mouth for no reason, none of you came to my defense. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. This man did something to me very unjust for no reason. And you want to come here and caution me? Fuck you. Thank you, Osiris. Thank you, Kemet. Thank you, Kemet. Thank you. You bitches always defending slackness. How dare you? No, Flawless. Let's hear how your relationship with Pantsmouth started. Let's hear how the relationship with Pantsmouth started. And the relationship with Pantsmouth didn't just start now. The relationship was there a long, probably a few months now. The relationship. How did the relationship start? Let's talk about that. Everybody all of a sudden is all of this stars thing. Flawless, why are you everywhere? Why are you everywhere? Why are you over Vegas? You're over Pantsmouth, and then you call me. Why are you everywhere? For someone who allegedly isn't free to move about the country, why are you everywhere? You're very mobile for somebody who isn't free to move about the country. Allegedly. You're everywhere. You're there. You're here. You're over Vegas. And everything now is all pointing at Mr. Handsome. It is possible that Mr. Handsome, it is possible that Flawless sat and watched and knew how much money Mr. Handsome was making. And it could be a possibility that whatever you see going on right now, there was coercion and collusion in the plan to use Mr. Handsome as bait to kill whatever it is that he had coming his way, because he was making a lot of money. A lot of money. Not excusing his past. I'm not excusing Mr. Handsome's past, but he was the bait in all of this. He is the bait in all of this. He's the bait. Because guess why? Greed. Somebody wants to dominate the Caribbean diaspora financially and famously. You see, hurt people hurt people. Hurt people hurt people. And it goes back around to somebody not getting enough attention. So they will do every and anything to ensure that they get the attention they believe they deserve. Is Flawless a scammer? I don't know. She has 4 phones. I don't know. Is she a scammer? That's what everybody keeps asking me. I don't know. But she is everywhere. And she is friends with everybody. All of a sudden. Which could explain why she supposedly knew about Handsome's past and chose not to say anything until something triggered something. And no, she's attaching herself to everybody. Now, Flawless, you showed a check on one of your lives. That check is nothing. I could get a check and write up a check. I have a bunch of checks. I could get a check and write up a check and take a picture of it and show everybody that I work, or this is how much I get, $3,200 at the end of the week. I could show anybody how much I work. I could do that. Anybody can do that. I think with Mr. Vegas, this is where he comes in. He was also used as a bait because she told Mr. Handsome that she was going to Mr. Vegas with it. Mr. Vegas, being so hungry for information about Mr. Handsome, he fell to that, you know. He welcomed that because that's info. Notice now Mr. Vegas is talking about stars, stars, stars. Come give me some stars. Stars for this, stars for that. It is possible that Flawless either instructed how to do it, or I don't think she's an admin of it. Ex-cops are pretty slick. Remember when you're a cop, you know, you go through certain psychology things, you know. You know. She is moving very sneakily. She is going across different boards, trying to, whatever it is that she has against Handsome, she's using everybody as her bait to get her job accomplished, which is why she cannot come up with any receipts. She can't come with anything. I am not surprised if her and Pansmouth are working together. I wouldn't be surprised. Is she and Vegas working together? I don't know. I don't know. But it strikes me as odd how out of the blue you just threaten this man and say I go to Vegas. Just out of the blue, sir. Because if me and a man argue about something, whatever disagreement we have, whether it's about money or whatever, I'm not going to think about his enemy as the first person to go to. I'm not going to think about that. I'm just going to say, dirty boy, make a cuss out in blood clot. Maybe days later, me think about it. Days later, I probably said, shit, I should have just send the picture and go this up. You know, like days later, I would have probably sit down and think about it like, shit, it's like how that boy that pissed me off. Me I could do this and me I could do that. Why immediately as you had a falling out with Handsome that you told him that you're going to send Mr. Vegas the picture of them? Unless you and Mr. Vegas had contact before. Unless you and Mr. Vegas had some communication before. About what? I don't know. You know? But Vegas wouldn't be the first person I'm thinking about to send some pictures to. They had previous contact. So she could be the answer key to all this blackmailing that's going on. Because remember now, she was connected to Handsome and she's also connected to Vegas. How long they've been friends, I don't know. Yeah, Barrett, but just think about it. You and somebody a cuss. You and somebody a cuss. You not think say you got Yeah, me can send it. Me can send a pussy picture to you know, me don't know. Me don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm slow up on thoughts. But if me and somebody are cuss and me and them have a real falling out, me now gonna just think out of the blue. Mr. Vegas are out handsome for years. Why Mr. Vegas never did have them pictures here from before? And Mr. Vegas are out him for years. And I said, yes, the boys did the pedophile, you shouldn't be around kids. Why Mr. Vegas never get out these pictures from before? Why just now these pictures are coming out? And she is linked to Mr. Vegas. If you knew that Handsome was this and doing all these things, you understand? Nadine don't believe that. Pantsmouth knew who sent him the pictures. Don't believe that. People have a way of deflecting things to make it seem like they don't have a direct contact with a person. And he is good at that. I remember when someone was sending him, someone he claimed was sending him voice notes or sending him texts about me. I saw through his game right away when he said that. Someone was sending him Facebook messages about me. You know what he did? You know what Pantsmouth did? Pantsmouth, let me tell you, nobody was sending him these long paragraphs, these long letters about me. That was the start of something. Let me tell you what he did. He created a fake account. Right? He created a fake account, typed up a long letter about me. This is the start of him taking me down. Typed up a long letter about me. Right? This is a sick part of what he did. Create a fake account, type up a long letter about me on the fake account, and then send himself the letter that he created from the fake account to himself. So when him go up on him live now with this letter, claiming that somebody send him things about me, he was able to hold up this letter and show the fake page that supposedly sent him a letter about me. Right away, I'm gonna read through all of that bullshit. I knew that sick individual created that whole fake account to rope me in. Let me tell you something. So when somebody, let me tell you, I'm gonna give you a little bit of psychological breakdown into people who are very troubled as adults. In his case, I heard that he's had some struggles growing up. We all have, but some struggles are a little bit more intimate than others. Yeah. With that, it contributes to a lot of mental breakdown. And it puts a lot of people into survival mode. When you go into survival mode, no matter how many people are kind to you, you're not going to see them as kind, because you're damaged to the point where you went through so much trauma growing up that you're extremely damaged. It's like a rape victim who was raped, right? And to see the person who raped them just rolling about, it affects them over time. So if a man a come for love them, it's going to be hard. You understand me? Alright, in a film case, in a Pantsmouth case, I'm just going to give the psychology about him. You see him? I heard a lot of criminal things about him. A lot of criminal things about him. A lot of criminal things about him that I haven't even repeated on my live. So I kind of have an idea of how he thinks and his criminal mentality, which is why he took to Facebook. He didn't even realize his ego couldn't stop him from stop talking. His ego couldn't stop him from exposing himself. You know what I'm saying? Him claim him never say it. But listen to me. The man say, in a him anger state, him say, she live there, sir, and she live in a 2-floor house. I go up on Google. I'm see it on Google. Because he was so angry. It come out. Him not have no presence of shut your friggin' mouth. Him expose him own self. That ties into the fake customer that he sent to me. That whole thing was a plan. You understand me? That's why I never sleep on him. I'm going to report him right away. Because if somebody can be that sick to send a fake customer to my business and for take license plate and all of them something there and follow my car and come on live and claim him never say it or him never do it, I know say I deal with a fucked up person. He's fucked up in the head. And he's just too calm. You remember yesterday I explained him when Miss Lady there, what's her name? The lady there at Jamaica. What the lady at Jamaica we're telling about himself? What the lady name? The big woman, what's her name? She do charity too. When she come on and I accuse him of all sort of stuff. Notice his flamboyancy when him take live. When him take on to live. And him come on. Lady, cha. It's all a plan, baby love. Erica. When Erica come on and I tell him about himself. Notice his demeanor and his body language while he was live. He was basking in the attention. This is somebody who dies for attention and will do anything to get it. He's in his live and he's, oh, lady, I don't know. Meanwhile, 2,800 of you watched and contributed to this man's sickness. Sick. When I say sick, the sick more sound you cannot fathom. Because only not that deep in him psychology. You understand? In a deep in him mental process. Oh, the whole pink wig behavior. Anything triggers to get views, he will do it. If it even means to, I wouldn't be surprised if he's a part of what's going on right now with Mr. Handsome. I wouldn't be surprised because he befriends you before he takes you down. He befriends you before he takes you down. I noticed that he had Mr. Handsome's play on his page. I didn't know that him and Mr. Handsome were friends. I had no idea they were friends, and it wasn't none of my business. It was not any of my business that they were friends, but they're friends because he was advertising a play, Mr. Handsome's play, on his page. Did any of us know that he was friends with Mr. Handsome? Maybe not. None of us, most of us didn't know. I didn't know. You didn't know. Probably it wasn't none of our business anyways. They're friends. It wasn't none of our business. But that could explain the friendship between him and Flawless. That could explain the friendship. Because they were probably friends from before that. And I say probably because I'm not 100% sure. But there is a possibility that somebody said Flawless sent it to him. There's a possibility that they plotted this whole thing to take down Mr. Handsome because Mr. Handsome was making too much money. And of course, maybe Flawless shared that information with Greedy Pantsmouth. And Greedy Pantsmouth figured out a way. Because let me tell you something. Associating with Greedy Pantsmouth, you know, it's not a win-win situation associating with Greedy Pantsmouth. Remember, Pantsmouth no owe you no loyalty. Him no owe Paulette no loyalty, for example. Him no owe Phoenix no loyalty. Just for example, him no own no loyalty because uno are Facebook people. Remember, the whole on enough people on him live get this up. The whole on get this up. Because really and truly, him not owe no loyalty. Him just want to no money. Him just want to no stars. Notice whenever him a big one up on him live. Hi Cher, I love you. Mwah, I love you Cher. Mwah, Pauline. Mwah, I love you Pauline. Mwah, mwah. That's just grooming you to buy him stars. To buy him stars. To get him that attention that he needs. It's not love. Him cannot tame. Me I telling her that. Ain't no loyalty there. He doesn't love you guys. You can't blackmail somebody that's not doing anything wrong. However, the blackmail comes when you know the person is doing something wrong and you figure out a way to get money from the person, or you figure out a way to make money, or in any, you're going to benefit from it in one way or another. It doesn't necessarily have to be financial, but you will benefit from it one way or another. It doesn't necessarily have to be money or monetary. You're going to benefit from it. Because Pansmouth is very calculated. Pansmouth is very calculated, and he doesn't do anything out of the goodness of his heart, per se. If that makes sense. Because at the end of the day, he wants the attention to grow his business. Which is why I said to myself, you are supposedly in business for so many years, and here I am, a baby, just trying to make my ends meet, just trying to make a few coins, and you're coming to tear down my baby business? And I live way across the river? What does my baby business have to do with you? That's not it. You guys were giving me too much attention. That's what it is. You guys were giving me too much attention, and he didn't like that. He didn't like the attention that I was getting from you guys. So he planned a way to break it all down, to get to tear me down. Same thing with Mr. Handsome. It makes sense. Again, I am not excusing his behavior. I'm not excusing the pictures. But they saw an opportunity to earn, whether money, following, whatever. They saw an opportunity. Because Mr. Handsome, they didn't oversaw for everybody. Mr. Handsome oversaw. Me not pay attention. Nobody not pay attention to Mr. Handsome. Except for the person who was his admin. She was kicked off from being his admin. He has somebody else doing his admin work for him. That could have been the trigger that she probably will never admit. But that points to the reason why she is now reaching out to everybody to tell a story. She's going to everybody. Why is not Mr. Handsome doing that? Why are you doing that? And you're supposedly the innocent one. Why are you going there? Why are you going there? Not defending a pedophile, but it also calls a lot into question Miss Flawless's character. Why? And why are you deleting your lives? Why are you coming out speaking your lives and speaking in your lives and saying all these things, but you're deleting your lives? It's a big plan. It's a big plan among them. It's her, it's Pansmouth, and probably other people that we don't know about. Even probably one or two of the blogs. The blogs are in it too. I wouldn't be surprised if Pansmouth know a blog or two. One of these popular Jamaican Caribbean blogs that we follow. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them is behind one of them. I wouldn't be surprised if Pansmouth have 50 fake pages. I wouldn't be surprised. Everybody posts and delete. Me post and delete. But what I'm saying, with the seriousness of the issue, yeah, you come out swinging and then delete the live. Wouldn't you want your story to be up there? Why are you hiding your story? You want your story to be up there, right? Why are you hiding your story? Trending drama is pants mode, friend. You don't say. Let me tell you something. A lot of the shit you see going on Facebook, among a lot of these Facebook pages, it's usually caused by maybe one person who leads the pack. And I tell everybody what to do in order to get viewers over your page. Now, after this live, knowing Pansmouth and the attention seeker that she is, she will do another live. And of course, y'all are going to run over there and listen. And then she's going to come with her flamboyancy. And notice how she's sitting pretty in her office this morning. She's sitting very pretty at her business place. Sitting pretty and unbothered. You think that's because they set out to do what they wanted to do. They set out, the plan worked. Whatever plan they put in place, it's working. So now everybody knows about Pansmouth. Everybody knows about Pansmouth, and of course everybody's gonna run over to Pansmouth and listen because, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, I don't care what anybody says, I love you. Let me tell you something. They don't give a shit to y'all women over there that worship the ground they walk on. They don't give a shit if you fall on your face. And that is clear when them cuss off the people them who are beg them. That should be clear to you. What flawless? You called me yesterday. This is the reason why you called me yesterday. This is the reason why you called me yesterday. You called me yesterday because you had plans. Your plans were to stroke my ego, to make me believe in you. It's funny, you said you've been following me for years. Why the fuck you never reached out to me prior? And you've been following me for years. I don't know you. I don't know anything about you. It's the first time I'm hearing about you, to be quite honest. Oh, she's not gonna call me again. She's not gonna call me because she don't know what. Exactly, share, because it's a plan. He wants you guys to run over to his page now to view his videos, because remember, he's running ads. He monetized his page. Notice that him are the only one monetized besides Mr. Handsome. Him is the only one monetized, and everybody's running to his drama-filled page and his business. He's sitting there, feels like he's top of top. Oh, look, everybody's looking at me now. Look, I have all the juice, honey. Come over to my page. My page is where it's at. And of course, everybody's gonna run because Mr. Handsome is the one with the file, the prison file for level 3 offenses and stuff like that. Natalie, I said his page is monetized. Pansmouth page. Notice out of the blue from like a couple of months ago, him run. Ma monetize. Mega monetize this and mega monetize that. I asked that on comfort. Wanna not pay attention to the rich people them. Drop some money in my WhatsApp, cause I can't get stars, because they make sure some not get monetized because I'm in the US. So them I make sure some not get monetized. Yeah? Them not want me get monetized because I'm at a point right now where I can get monetized, but they reported my page enough so I can't get monetized. It was all his plan. He couldn't come in on me to Kay Bailey, what is ruffling my feathers? So let me get this straight, Kay Bailey. I have been communicating, I've been speaking for the past hour or so, and you're asking me the vague question of what's ruffling my feathers. Are you dumb? Aren't you listening? Did you not hear a word that was coming out of my mouth? Or what? Lady, I look tired. You're damn right about that. I spent hours in my kitchen yesterday baking a lot of cakes, Al. So that's why I look tired. Yes, I am exhausted because I was in the hot kitchen at my facility baking like a hog, sweating like a hog yesterday. Okay, so this is the reason why I look tired. The heat was a killer there. You know what it is like to bake in the heat? Okay. What ruffled my feathers is that this particular individual sat on his live and had dummies like you, Miss Ruffled Feathers, call in and try to tear down my business. And a lot of people believed. A lot of people believed this bullshit without realizing that this motherfucker, was just doing it because he wanted the fame and the popularity. He wanted, in his head, okay, let me attach it for you. In his head, he sees other people, or he saw other people are becoming accepted. They're accepted by the public. Remember now, he's hurt. Remember when he came to me looking for exposure because he said Jamaicans don't like his lifestyle and he'd like for me to help him, for people to see that he's not that type of, you know what I'm trying to say? You understand? He came to me telling me that he wants me to help him with some exposure. Help him because Jamaicans don't like, and he want me to help him to let people see, that he, even though he is, that he can still, I'm not gonna say the word. You understand? He wanted me to help him, and because I figured him out and immediately blocked him without going any further, he launched his attack because he was rejected. And remember now, somebody like him doesn't like rejection. He doesn't like rejection. If you reject him, I'm sorry for you if you reject him. Because remember, this is somebody who has been facing rejection all his life. He has been facing rejection all his life. He has been facing. So a lot of you hard-headed, hard-back women who are coming over here trying to explain things, you are so dense that a lot of you probably do not have a high school degree, a high school diploma. I understand that. So you can't really think beyond certain things. When you just run for the hype. When you not think about character. When you not think about the wickedness this person is capable of doing, which is why a lot of them meet on a debt. At the end of the day, it has to do with greed. Money, money, money. Money, money, money. That's all it has to do with. Money. The more fame they get, the more fame they get, the more stars they get. The more stars they get, the more money goes into their pockets. These motherfuckers will kill you for stars. They'll kill you for stars. They will kill you for stars. They'll kill you for stars. They'll kill you for stars. Very money hungry. Remember one day he was trying to, when Pansmouth was trying to belittle me, and he took to Facebook and did something so dumb. This idiot took to Facebook and pretty much call his bank and play how much money him have upon him in a bank account. Who the fuck does that? That didn't strike you as who the fuck does that? Somebody who is thirsty for attention. Thirsty for attention. Who does that? Who picks up the phone and exposes their banking information to the public just like that? Who does that? Somebody seeking attention. Somebody seeking attention. Somebody seeking acceptance. Him know how gluttonous some of these Jamaicans are. And he figures, okay, if I show them this and if I show them that, y'all are going to accept who he is. And this is why the money part of things is why him and Flawless are friends. Him and Flawless are friends. And I wouldn't be surprised if the two of them work together for bring down Mr. Handsome. I would not be surprised. Because this is how Pansmouth moving upon people. And when he moving upon people, he moving for destroy. I remember him saying one day on his live, he said it. He said, "I'm wicked, you know. I know I'm wicked, but I just saw me stay." You remember that? I'm wicked, you know, but you know, I just saw me stay. I can't help it. You know, I'm wicked, but. And he made no buts about being evil. He made no excuses about him being evil. No, you tell me no. What, with that confessed evil personality, you're confessing that you're an evil person. What else are you capable of doing? If you can sit on social media and send death threats to somebody who lives in America, if you can sit on social media and plan to hurt somebody who lives in America, you confess to that. If you can sit on social media and send fake customers to a small business in order to tear down that small business who is across the river, what does that say about a person? What does that say about that person? He's gonna go on his live now. He's gonna go on his Pansmouth will go on his live, and Jackie, I've seen your comments. I'm not gonna say anything to you while you're over here, but I've seen your comments. You know. But let me tell you something. My business page was reported by him and his little croonies. You know. I heard him say something last night on his live like, oh, we all have a past. We all have a past. He is mentally unstable. Anything he says, I advise you to not believe a word he says. I heard him used to sell papers. You know what I mean? He used to do certain things. You understand? I know a lot of wanna go for the hype, wanna love the hype, wanna love running into people, and I don't want to feel like wanna belong. But trust me, it might become the death of you. He is not a nice person. When I saw him advertising for Mr. Handsome the other day, I said to myself, what the fuck? You're moving for Mr. Handsome now. He might try to get Mr. Handsome followers them now. He moving for everybody. He moving for me. When he never get what he want, he fight against me. Then he moving for Donna. Then now Mr. Handsome. You see, if Mr. Handsome, just let's think about this. You understand me? Him waited a couple of days before he made any comments about Mr. Handsome. When everybody was up in a frenzy, he waited a couple of days. He's not slick. Notice his body language. Leonie Fuller, baby, I understand what you're saying. As I said, we are not defending Mr. Handsome. I already did a live blasting him. This is not my first live. You might be joining the live now, and this is what you're seeing now. But please do understand that there were multiple lives that I made in reference to his charges. You understand? And him not coming out and speaking up about certain things that he needs to speak up about. I have done couple lives about that. So it's not like nobody is excusing his behavior. Let me correct you there, Leonie. Nobody's excusing anything. Nobody's excusing anything. We're just speaking on right now. Nobody's excusing anything. We're just speaking on right now. Yeah? And how he started his plan with me. I am the first person he worked on. He tore me down first. Then he moved to Miss Donna. Then he moved to William. Nobody cannot done me. Like I said, I expect him to go on his live and talk about me, because that's what he does best. I am a 44-year-old woman. I have been through a lot of shit in life. Okay? Let him put his foot on a flight over here to the United States, and I will get him locked up faster than anything else. Okay? He came and tried to destroy my peace. I was minding my business, running my business. How dare you come and send fake customers to my place of business while I was there running my business, minding my business. I was minding my business just like any business person, minding my fucking business. And this man sent fake customers to my business. Then when I figured it out real quickly, I cut him off. And then when I did that, he sent me death threats and told me how him have people here in the Bronx for do me things. You think I'm playing victim? No, it's what really happened. I am not playing victim. This is what step by step, day by exactly what happened. This is not me making up stories or trying to play victim. It's what happened. You understand what I'm saying? Why do you guys like to defend these nasty people on social media? Why? And because he is gay, he wins the heart of people. You understand me? He wins the hearts of people by relying on people's empathy for his situation. Why? Why do that to people? Okay, we understand you were molested when you were younger based on what you stated on your live or on your page. But does that mean because you were hurt that everybody around you is to be blamed? Does that mean that because you were molested that nobody is allowed the right to live? What does it mean that? No. He is a part of everything going on right now on social media. Him and Flawless, they're both working together. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. I wouldn't be surprised. Because there's certain things that stick out like a sore thumb. They met each other along the way. He is who he is, but he met Flawless along the way. He met her along the way, and she just kind of finalized the entire plan. Phoenix, let it out for them now, my friend. Let it out for them, Phoenix. He is who he is, the wicked demon that he is, with his hurt. And then he met flawless along the way. So boom, the two of them now. Judith, leave me alone. Leave me alone, Judith. I hate it when people try to caution me. Let me speak. A part of moving ahead with things is talking about it. I need to let people know. As long as I have life, I'm going to let people know about it. You know how it feels when you're working your hard bread and butter and somebody come and tear you down for nothing? What the fuck? Huh? What the fuck is wrong with people? You know how hard it is when you're trying to build and you're just disappointed? Look at my page. What my page the people? What my social media page the people? Huh? What my social media page the people? Absolutely nothing. But he saw it as a threat. Him and his idiots saw it as a threat and try to tear my business down. Now I have to work twice as hard to try to get my page back up because I depend on social media for my business. Said, if you, I really think you really have a problem. You need to stop it and get real talking about other people. Stop lying on people. Yvonne, you're not talking about me. Yvonne Robinson, are you talking about me, Yvonne? So you sat through my whole life, and that's the only thing that you could get from my life? That's the only thing that you could get from my life? Are you talking about me? I am not responsible for your perception of me, Yvonne. If you're talking about me, I am not responsible for your perception of what's going on right now. Because you find a problem. People like you, Yvonne, if you're talking about me, people like you find a problem with me, who is the victim in all of this. But you're not going to find a problem with the person or persons violating the victim. You're not going to find a problem with it. And that's the culture that we need to change. People like Yvonne need to stop supporting the leaders of this bullshit. That's what you need to do, Yvonne. You coming over here telling me to shut the fuck up, pretty much. Their minds are shallow. They're going to run to the hype and the nonsense, but they're not going to see nothing. I sit down on the live for about an hour or two early and I point out certain things to them. And them still not connect the dots. Them not make the connection. Them not make the connection. So, me already point out certain things to you, right? And I'm a functioning adult in society. But me already point out certain things to you because social media is where I run my business from. So it's my bread and butter. And they reported my page for that. You understand? I can't make my bread and butter from my social media page because they reported my page for that. And they're celebrating doing that. And you know why I'm a company attack? So for the smile and walk away and just... You enablers of criminal behavior. You enablers of slackness. You're the ones I'm talking about. The ones who are against me coming up and speaking out for myself. Enablers of slackness. You should be ashamed of yourselves. I know them I'm royals. Trust me, he don't give a shit about you. Knowing his personality, I can sum him up right away. He don't give a shit about you. All he cares about is that y'all support his stars and his business. He don't even know what love is. And if you're not a part of his circle, he don't give a shit about you. If you're not a part of his circle, he won't give a shit about you. I know he came on and he's trying to help out a person and call it charity. That motherfucker is so cheap and mean. He don't give a shit about you. It's all about him and his life and his pockets and his money. He don't give a shit about none of y'all. None of uno him give a shit about. So uno can't take up on himself and go and go give him stars and make him come show off panono and pal off panono. He's doing it because he has a motive. Whatever he's doing right now, he has a motive. Nothing is done from his heart. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he's behind a lot of things that's going on with Mr. Handsome. And I'm not excusing Handsome's criminal behavior. I'm not excusing it, but I am trying to point this out to y'all. I'm not excusing it. And I've already done a video about Mr. Handsome. He already got his pounding. No pun, but he already got his pounding. He is cheap and he is mean. And he is miserable and he is bitter and he is everything negative. And he's not a nice person. And he will go to the... Listen, he is not a nice person. If you can stay away, please do so. He's not a nice person. For somebody in England, all the way in England, for pick up themselves, go up on Google, for find out where me live and what my house look like, for come and then come on live and tell you what my house look like. That's some sick motherfucker. That's sick. 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 Talk about violation. Sick. That person is capable of taking your life. He is sick. That's why I'm not sleep on him. I'm not sleep on him. I don't tell you what I'm doing, but I ain't sleeping on him. So y'all don't care that this man pretty much went on social media and told people what kind of house me live in. Y'all don't care about that. Y'all don't care about that. You don't care that somebody's life was in danger. Y'all don't care about the fact that the man said, I'm going to make people thump me in my face and thump me in my head back. Eh? You don't understand. You don't understand. Which part? Where your morals? Y'all got kids? I already reported him. Serious. Y'all don't have kids? Your morals ain't speaking to you about what's right from what's wrong? Where's your moral compass? Huh? Somebody come on live and say he's gonna get somebody in the Bronx to thump me in my neck back. Huh? Wouldn't now turn up on the nose at that? Something a trigger on a moral compass. We say, oh no, this is not a nice person. Psychopath. Psychopath. So me not sleep on him. Anything or anything with him, and by any means necessary. Anything or anything with him, and by no mind the calm demeanor him a try showing up on social media like him is a professional. No mind that. A wicked that. A wicked. And once him a flawless licked, I'm sorry for Handsome. I'm sorry for Handsome in a way that, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, we're not defending Handsome, but I'm just saying, word speaking, I'm sorry for him. Once the two of them lick it, that's it. Flawless, don't call about my phone. If you call about my phone, I'm going to record you. And I'm telling you that. And there's nothing that you can do. I'm going to tell you that. If you call my phone right now, I'm going to record you. If you ever call my phone, I'm going to record you. Because on social media, somehow running these pages, y'all have some nasty, dirty personalities, all for the love of money. You don't have no morals, no form of human decency about you, nothing. Just really nasty personalities pushing out this facade like you know somebody. Nasty social media people pushing out this facade like what the one the world believes that one is just selfless and righteous and holy or good people, when in fact one are some nasty dirty drunkards where life throw up and spit out. Life don't even want to do, but you know I come and attack my small business where just a look at 2-year-old business I have. 2 years is my business. And I try to attack my small business. And you in the business for how much years? And then you want to come try show off and I come and talk about you're 1,000 here. Call bank. Okay, 1,000 here. Okay, you have a few thousand you claim. That's it? From being in the business 40 years? Like, seriously? From being in the business 40 years, that's all you could acquire? 1,000 here? Am I supposed to feel belittled because of that? 1,000 here? That's why you're so hungry for stars. You're hungry for stars. You're broke. Talk truth. Your business, supposedly, this is how you fucked yourself. And I'm going to show you how you fucked yourself. Right? You fucked yourself when you came on live showing off about how much money you have in your business. Yet still, when I looked at your tax returns for the last 3 years, your financial tax returns for the last 3 years, you claimed you were at a loss. 100 and some odd thousand you made. Certain years, like I looked at your 3 years returns, right? And you had negative 123, negative 120, negative. I'm sure. What's the tax authority over there in the UK? What's the tax authority name? Because I'm sure they would definitely like to know where you got that money from, knowing that you wrote off your business at a loss of 123,000. What's the name of the tax authority in England? Because I would definitely like to replay that video of you bragging about your $150,000. Yet still, you failed to tell them that, okay, you told them that you were at a loss, negative 123,000 for 3 years in a row. Yet you're coming on live showing off about you having $150,000 in your bank account. I am sure Inland Revenue would love to hear that. Would love to hear that voice, that thing of you calling on your live, boasting to your followers how much thousands you have in your bank account. Yeah, don't fuck with people on the net that don't trouble you. Don't fuck with people on the net when I trouble you. You come on here spoken like everybody's supposed to be afraid of your intellect with all of these vocabulary. Mama, verbosity doesn't speak intelligence, baby love. Verbosity doesn't speak intelligence, okay? Verbosity does not speak intelligence, okay? And I am the last person you're going to use verbosity upon frighten me. So the people them will get you for me, I am not afraid of you, okay? So when you sat there and documented that you lost $123,000, you have $123 in revenue loss, negatives in front of all 3 years. Inland Revenue saw that because it's on record. So yeah, Inland Revenue would definitely like to know where the $150,000 came from. I don't know if Flawless is a scammer, but it leaves a lot to be questioned. It leaves a lot to be questioned. Y'all come on here and you fuck around with people for no reason at all because you want popularity and fame. Leave people alone. Let people run their business. Let people make their honest bread. Not all of us are hungry for money. Some of us just need money to sustain us, to pay our bills and stuff like that. Not all of us hungry. If you're a thousandaire, that's fine with me. But not all are we hungry. Some of us just want to make sure so we can pay our bills every month. Leave people, make them honest bread. Not every one of us want to be thieves. Not every one of us wants stars. I mean, the stars is revenue, and who wouldn't want stars? I would want stars, but I'm not getting stars because they report in my page. I wasn't even paying attention to the monetization like that. I wasn't even paying attention to it. But they knew about it. That's for sure you owe them steer. You know what I mean? That's to show you how they think. They think about money every step of the way. So there's no way these people could be of good character. Because when they think of money like that every step of the way, there's got to be scamming. There's got to be dirty deeds. There's got to be bullshit. There's got to be some bullshit in between that. We are hard workers over here. I run my small business. You understand me? I run my small business, doing my thing, my honest bread. I don't come here and try to solicit anything from anybody on social media. I'm asking you guys to support my business. My business was unfairly bashed by these evil, money-hungry demons on social media. And I ask you to support my business. TinaChinCakes.com. You know what I mean? I ask you to support my business because all of them just come, see me a blog, see me have a following, and just figure out a way to tear me down so that they can shine. That's all they're concerned about. Them shining. Them shining. That's all. Meanwhile, I don't even care about shining. I just want y'all to buy my goods. I don't even like putting up pictures of myself. I don't even like putting up pictures of myself. Somebody will have to tell me, put up pictures. I don't even like doing that. I just want to know my business is doing well. I'm pushing my cakes. I'm pushing my rum cupcakes. That's what I'm doing. TinaChinCakes.com. You understand? Want to just be careful out there. Be careful how, I'm going to leave with this message. Be careful how you associate with these people on social media. Don't send any voice notes. Don't send anything. Be careful. A lot of these people love clout. Clout. They will die for some clout. Thank you, Cher. They will die for clout and popularity. They will die for it. Be very careful. Be careful how you communicate with people on social media. Social media is good, but it's the devil's playground. And as you see everything playing out right now, it's all about greed, money, money, greed. They just go, they're like vampires. They're like demons of social media. I am not in Pants Mound League. Okay. I bet you're in Jamaica. You can't support his business. Go have several seats. You can't support my business either. So whatever you say or do can't break me. Next. You're in Jamaica. Go have several seats. Like, who the hell is he? What is he? A social media popular person? Friggin' Friday idiots. But him and Flawless I work together. Yeah, him and Flawless I work together. And him no like Donna. Him no like Donna. And him looks scrawny. Him looks scrawny. And him teeth them. Him looks scrawny. Him are the last person to come on live and try done anybody and talk about teeth, because if you look for film teeth, yellow man a skank on it the whole way. That him looks scrawny. Him hate me that a film business. Let him go hate his molester. Don't hate me, hate your molester, dearie. He made you who you are today. Don't come at me. I'm trying to help you, but you don't want to be helped. Instead, you're giving me nothing but hate for no reason. You're talking about my past. You're calling me prison bud. You're tearing me down for no reason. I don't know. Talk about your teeth. See mine there? You got stuff dripping from your nose. You know, I usually don't mention these personal things. You know, I just kind of attack what I need to talk about. I don't really go after these personal stuff, like about him. Like, I don't really break him down. You know, I just speak on the matter and keep it moving. I just don't like to speak on other things, if you understand what I say. But really, when you think about it, you know, him and Flawless is working together because it's all about popularity and fame. That's what he is. I connected the dots and it makes sense. Not excusing Mr. Handsome, but it makes sense now. They're working together. They're figuring out that they both love money, and they're figuring out a way how to make money. All of this star shit. Go on, go send them on the stars. He ain't getting $1 from me. Big up to the catch up. Big up your damn self. Make sure say you put up a website. La 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 la. You know, I appreciate you guys. I work really hard. You know, I'm a small business. I do Jamaican rum cakes. That's my specialty. You understand me? Big up your damn self. But them people up on social media, they're nice. You understand me? No, go on over there, go support him now. Go click on him stars them now. Go on. I make him go make a buck. I'm have to kill people for make a buck. Me I go do my honest work and go to the post office, go mail off, you know, things. Yes. Tina Chin Cakes, and my cash up there and stuff like that. You understand me? No go buy stars for gossip. Go on. Yeah, them no want to hear because you distort them reality. That's what it is. You're distorting their reality. So they don't want to hear. They'll call you bad mind and this and this and that. But he is not a nice person. He's trying to him call up Donna name. Nobody, nothing. Him call up Donna name, forget hype. Forget our followers them. But really and truly him not business about people. Then all of a sudden now, he's just not a nice person. Yeah. He's not a nice person. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my day. It's noontime. It was good chit-chatting with you. Have a pleasant day. TinaChinCakes.com. Big up to the catch up. I want to show me in a negative way, no, cause make sure my week kind of tired. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, Tasha. I'll have this icing on the side. Yes, I do remember. The nutrition labels are now on my cupcakes. Sure, Charlotte. Message me and I'll message you. But he's not a nice person. He's not a nice person. Him is not a nice person. And Flawless is not a nice person. Flawless, you're bad. You're not a nice person. And if you call me again, Flawless, I am going to record you. Yeah. It's okay, though. Him can't done me all him want to them lives. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Say anything you want about me. I don't care. I do not care. I don't care. I don't care. Sick shit. Sick. Have a pleasant day, darlings. Bye-bye.